Hey everybody, it's Green from Din Gain here. So today I'm going to show you how to install what you need to start making C# applications if you're using an Ubuntu system or a system based on Ubuntu. So I'm using Pop! OS, which is basically has all the same things as Ubuntu, but with a bit of extra stuff added and some graphical changes. So I'm going to put a link to this. This is kind of the guide for how you install the SDK and the runtime on Ubuntu. Essentially what we're going to scroll down to is, here we go, register the Microsoft package repository. So the first thing we basically need to do is make sure that our package manager has access to the actual packages that we need to install it. So we're going to go through and copy every one of these lines. Right, you can do Control-C or right-click copy. Hit Control-Shift-V to paste it into your terminal, and we'll go ahead. That seemed to work fine. Then we're going to do this second line here, right? All right, so go ahead and paste that in there. Okay, now we're going to install the signing key in repository. Not sure what that means, but it's something you, I guess, got to do. All right, that went fine. So then we're actually going to delete, I think, we've already kind of installed what we needed, so we're just basically getting rid of the package that was in our kind of file space. And then we basically just need to update our package list. My bad here. Update the package list to make sure that when we try to install what we need, it'll be able to find it. So let that run through, and there we go. Okay, so now we need to install it. So the two things that we're going to install this runtime. So essentially what we do, this is the package name of the runtime. So we're just going to type sudo apt install and then paste that there, right? And I already installed it, but it might look a bit different on your end if you haven't. Then we're going to go down to this SDK. All right, so now we're going to install this .NET SDK here. All right, so wait, sudo apt install .NET SDK 7.0. All right, and again, already installed on my end, but that's fine. And now I'll basically show you how to set up a simple little program here. So I'm going to go in my documents. I'm going to make a new folder here, and we're just going to call it C#2. I have another one. We're going to go in there. I'm going to open it in terminal, right? And now what I'm going to do is I have access to all of the .NET commands. So I'm going to type .NET new, and we're going to type console, right, which is all right. So now what that's going to do is it's going to make us a little project. So what I can go ahead and do is we can open with text editor. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm not going to open it with text editor. We're going to change it to Atom. You can also just go into Atom first and then open it, but we might as well. All right, so now we've got this C# program open, and basically what's going to happen is it's going to basically write hello world to our program here. So, so what we can go ahead and do is I think all we have to do is type .NET run maybe, and it might take a second. And as you can see, it prints hello world. So now we've basically got C# set up. Basically any program you want to write, you just set it up like that, write your code, and then go ahead and run it in the terminal. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to get C# and .NET set up on your Linux machine. It's just a quick little thing here. You can click off if you don't care about the rest, but essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing Unity tutorials, and part of that's going to be obviously C# programming. So I figured I would, if people want to actually get practicing with C# outside of the Unity environment, I figured I'd give them a guide on how to get it set up. For people on Windows, it's pretty straightforward. You just download it and install it. You can also do it through Visual Studio Code. Maybe I should have mentioned that in the beginning. I just prefer having a terminal and a code editor. It's just it makes more sense to me that way. All right, see you guys.